Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is the
Wow.
Apostate Prophet. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody is having a fantastic day. I'm doing David Wood's terrible impression of me.
I just thought you were being like your old self from your old videos. I was like, oh, he's saying the exact same thing he used to say in his old videos.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is the Apostate Prophet.
Spot
How
on.
is everybody
Spot
doing?
on. Old AP is back. Old AP is back. Now I'll
We're
start
so
making videos.
back. Yeah. I should be doing that. Soon I will start making videos again. And then this channel will blow up to 1 million subscribers. Not 9 million. Hello, everybody, and welcome. What's up, man? What's up? Sheikh Imran Hussein says, debate me. Banned. Okay. Happy Zoot giving. Thank you. Hi, AP. And David said, Atheo Chica. Hi, Atheo. It's good to see you.
Wait. She said yesterday she disagreed with us about something. Ban her.
I know. Okay, banned. Sorry, banned you. All right. Did old AP make self-help tapes? Yes, he did. Shavuotov, good week to you too. Nicholas Dukram, AP is a heretic. Well, I was going to say something rude, but I didn't. I've missed you guys, says E4 Mafia. We've been here the whole time. Where are you? So, David, we're going to talk about something very serious today. So, I just want to make one thing clear. We're going to talk about some dark, messed up, serious things, which is why I have to tell you that as a psychopath, you should not make jokes, messed up jokes that you always make. So this is serious, and this is a serious show.
What country was this? Netherlands?
Yes.
In the
Netherlands after we go live.
If I share them before we're live, we're not live.
That's true. Good point. AP, how do you explain that you are a friend with a wingerling? I'm not sure what you're talking about. I am the greatest wingerling alive. In fact, I was gonna go to the next Turning Point event, and I thought I probably can't go, but then I was told that Mike Winger is going to be there, so now I definitely have to go. So,
dude, you literally just said this topic is too dark to be making jokes, and you're making the sickest jokes imaginable.
That's true. That is true. So David Wood is Mike Winger. He is indeed. Let's have a super chat here. Potato sandwich. It is decreed indeed, he who turns on slow mode, he shall receive a visit from the men of Jut. Korab 6742. What is Jut? What is Jut about, David?
No idea.
I thought it's a joke that you are in or something. Avor says, unfortunately, I had to leave Fearless Truth's live because he brought same up. Who is Fearless Truth? And what did he bring up? What is Fearless Truth? What is the Fearless Truth? The only Fearless Truth there is stay away from Islam. That's the only Fearless Truth there is. There is no other Fearless Truth. Hey, David, did you see the video from Muhammad talking about the Al-Zud?
I saw that little clip, dude, but that's like nothing compared to Nabi Asli's video, man.
So you didn't see this report?
Which was like insane.
This colorized video from Muhammad talking about the Al-Zud.
I may forget Quran verses. But
yes, I did.
Forget the night of Al-Zud. There were 30 of them. They were not gentle, but they gave me the strength of 30 men.
It's fantastic, isn't it?
It's pretty powerful, but
first colorized video of Muhammad talking about the incident. So, yeah, and it is actual footage of Muhammad, just so everybody knows. Weast says, David, I started watching you because of a live you made about Mike Winger. Ever since I watched you and not him, it's been over 2 years. I'm gonna
good. That's what we want.
Weast is hereby banned. All right. House of Hikmah, do you have a robe though? That's funny. All right, so no, that was not AI. That was actually Muhammad speaking. So just so you know. So as I was going through posts earlier, I came across this post, which is about an honor killing that took place, a so-called honor killing that happened in the Netherlands. Connected to that, there are cases of honor killings and things like that throughout Europe. And one of the articles that I pulled up that I would like to read, also, although I don't like to read normally because reading is gay, as Andrew Tate said, points out that there is a huge increase in honor killings over the last few decades. What they do not point out is, of course, that this has to do with the fact that there is a massive Muslim population rising in Europe. Surprise, surprise. Who could have? So the thing is that the incident that we're talking about today is one where an 18-year-old girl in the Netherlands was brutally murdered by her brothers and her father, and the mother was also in on it. She also agreed and said that she deserves to be killed and all that. The incident actually occurred not just now, but last year. But it just came. It just started sending shockwaves because more details came out about how everything occurred. The brothers are on trial, and they have revealed more information about what actually happened. The father now takes all responsibility and kind of wants to. He's a very good father, of course, so he wants to protect his two sons and tell the court and everyone that they are innocent, that they weren't in on it, that he's the only one who was involved in the killing. Very, very good father. Who doesn't want to have a father like that, who just really cares about his children? So that is what we're talking about, but we're going to go further into the trend, which has nothing to do with Islam, of course, of honor killings, and why and how they increase and why they definitely do not increase because of the increasing Muslim population. So I want to read a few articles about that. But David, why is it that it is so much associated, Islamophobically associated with Islam, that these honor killings? Why do people have this misunderstanding and the false impression that it's that Islam is somehow, that Muslims are somehow the driving factor behind an increased number of honor killings?
I'll probably need to repeat this multiple times because your viewers are just inconsistent. Some of them don't even show up on time, and so they won't even be hearing this, and then they'll be they won't know what's going on later, and so I'll have to repeat it. But honor killings can be just a cultural practice in various places around the world. So you can have non-Muslim groups historically that do honor killings and so on. But there's a reason that it's so hard to get rid of and in Islam, and why it's so frequently associated with Islam. So you have this as a cultural practice. If your daughter shames the family, you can restore your family's honor by killing her. And so your honor is restored. She brought shame upon your family. You killed her. Now your family's honor is restored. You say, well, where's that? Where's that in the Quran? Well, here's why it fit in so well with Islam and is now hard to stop, even when they move to Western countries and so on. The penalty for leaving Islam. So you got to put three ideas together. You put three ideas together, you basically have a blanket justification for honor killings, everyone, and you see why it's hard to deal with. One, the penalty for apostasy is death. And you did have some disagreement among the schools of jurisprudence, but 3 of the 4 schools of Sunni Islamic jurisprudence said that a female apostate is killed exactly the same way as a male apostate is. So 3 of the 4 schools say you kill a female apostate the same as you would a male apostate. So that's one idea. 2, you have the idea that it's not just people who officially declare, I no longer believe in Islam, and I announce that I'm an atheist or something like that. It's not just those guys who are apostates. Abu Bakr made it clear, if you just don't follow some rule that he lays down and so on, he's putting you in the apostate category. He's coming to kill you. And you find this in the Quran. Surah 4, verse 65 says that you're not a believer unless you accept all of Muhammad's decisions with no resistance within yourself, and you submit to all of his decisions completely. So notice, you're not a real Muslim if you do not go along with everything Muhammad says. Well, what if you don't dress like Muhammad says? What if you don't follow Muhammad's commands? Well, then you're not a real Muslim. So if you were raised as a Muslim and you recited the Shahada and so on, but now you no longer unquestioningly follow everything Muhammad says, you're actually an ex-Muslim. So you've got that. And then what you have is Muhammad said in Sunan Ibn Majah, carry out Allah's punishments even against your own family members. Carry out Allah's punishments even against your own family members. So put all those ideas together. If you are not dressing appropriately, if you're not doing things appropriately, if you're not living appropriately as a Muslim, you haven't fully submitted to Muhammad's decisions, you're actually not a Muslim. The penalty for apostasy, even for a woman, is death, and you carry out Allah's punishments even against your own family member. So what happens when my daughter is clearly not following the commands of Muhammad? Well, she's an apostate. I'm commanded to carry out Allah's punishments even against my own family members, and hence the honor killings continue because they go together.
So, Vital Technology said, AB, did you bring your 99 Names of Allah plug with you while moving? I don't think I did, but it also broke, so it doesn't work very effectively as a plug right now. It would probably get stuck. So, but that reminds me that I do need to get a new one because I want to finally start. I want to get back to making videos, and one of the most important videos to make is one that features the 99 Names of Allah plug. So therefore, I think that it should definitely be done. So let me just put this here on the side. Make a note here that I will order a plug that is 99 Names of Allah, and it's 7.5 inches. Okay, good. All right.
What's weird is I can see your little shareable screen, and he actually just did all that, ladies and gentlemen.
I did. I wasn't joking.
He was just on the website ordering one. Oh, boy.
So, yes. AP, the great-grandson of Elvis and David, I have something on Monday. Good. I'm happy for you. Plugs are meant to get stuck. This is true. You broke it. Yes, I broke it, but not because of Zut activities. AP, do you eat turkey? I don't like turkey. I don't like turkey. I have very bad memories with turkey, and I don't like turkey at all. Turkey needs to disappear. Wait, David, what? Can you repeat that? Said Josh. So, David, can you repeat that again for those who haven't heard it?
I will later.
Okay, so as David just explained, there is a very, very sick trend and a very sick mentality in the Muslim world. And that mentality is that there is this very, very big emphasis on honor going on. And this honor very much influenced by the Islamic way of thinking about your daughters and about sexual matters and all that. Sexual matters, including a woman talking outside. Honor is very, very, very strongly connected to that. So a woman is always, or a girl is always under very, very strict control. If she gets out of line, the parents or the family of the girl can quickly lose it and become violent. We see it over and over again in many instances, in many cases. Girls are being killed simply because they are accused of talking to somebody, of talking to a guy, and then she denies it, and she's accused of lying, and then she's brutally murdered, and things like that. Women are killed by their husbands in order to protect their honor or save their honor, and all that. It is very much a quite sick culture, and I am all too familiar with it because, as somebody pointed out earlier, somebody very, very close to me was killed. Was murdered. Somebody that I loved a lot was murdered by her supposed husband, who got all jealous and who came from that culture and who had that kind of perspective and actually did murder her when I was a teenager. So a lot of other people coming from Muslim cultures are familiar with people who were murdered or with people who did murder others, or have communities that experience such killings. So that is very, very much true. Yes, my aunt was murdered, was killed in such a case. Avor says, Sweat West says, David, I started watching, I already read this. Sir, Mr. Dr. Julian Van Copper says, David, I can tell you when you're peeing on stream. I can tell when you're peeing on stream. I know everybody can. He was always peeing on stream. Dawa Troll says, I took a peek at Al Dawa's stream a couple of days ago. He was showing his strength that he gained from the Al Zut doing push-ups. Nice. Yeah, all Muslims get the power of the Al-Zut by proxy when they're Muslims. Paul, in Israel, we constantly have Muslim sisters honor killings. The last one happened last month. The brother killed his sister after he bought her a Mercedes. Unique Pets, my profile pic man worked for the CIA, you see. It's a very good picture, man. Cyber Grape official, prosecuted to the judge, Your Honor, Muslim father, yes, what about my honor? Is it restored? That's pretty messed up.
Didn't you say not to joke, and here you are reading jokes?
That's true. That's true. So let's have a look at it. Let's see what happened. So there are several articles. Oh, here's still my Amazon tab open about lost 99 names, but let me close that quickly. All right. So
look at what happened there, man. What happened in that bloodline? Like, she's beautiful, and assuming these drawings are remotely accurate, like, two people of these three look like the product of 30 generations of first cousin marriage. The other does not.
Oh, she looks beautiful, and they look like inbred monsters or something. To be fair, genetics work that way. So, it could be that there is a huge line of inbreeding coming down that line, and all the negative effects skipped her, and the other two got all of it.
That's why they've been mad their entire lives.
Yeah. Like, we're such a beautiful sister. She didn't get all the inbreeding that we came from our wonderful ancestors, and we got it all. She didn't even get our webbed toes or our third arms on our backs. Yeah. So, brothers drowned teenager. So, have to point out.
Dang, that's a rough way to go, man.
Have to point out this is it's going to be very graphic. Have to point that out.
That's a crap way to go, man.
Brothers drowned teenage sister in swamp in honor killing, court hears. Syrian father allegedly ordered his sons to kill his 18-year-old daughter in Netherlands after discovering she had a boyfriend. That's the issue. Now, to the average Western person, this might sound quite absurd. Had a boyfriend? In Muslim culture, this is something unacceptable. Okay, it's like Muslims genuinely feel a Muslim parent, a Muslim father, a Muslim brother generally feels infuriated and uncontrollable for anger about something like this, about her having a boyfriend. If the discussion even goes further and the boyfriend is a non-Muslim or something like that, it's even worse. It's such a sick and disgusting idea. I can't even begin to describe it because it's part of the culture. You have to be part of the culture in order to really understand what the heck goes on in these people's heads. But it's literally. It gets to such a stage that that the daughter is seen as something like the possession of this family, of the men in this family. So if the daughter is thought to be in a relationship with somebody, and it doesn't even have to be a sexual relationship, right? If she's simply in a love relationship or something like that with somebody, this to them feels like their I don't know, their wives are being raped or something like that. It's so, and even worse, the level of anger and of disgust that they feel as a result of the indoctrination that comes from how Islam programs people is so big that they see this, a possible relationship, or even a girl of their family talking to somebody without permission, they see this as a gross and huge violation. And it also really goes to some disgusting levels. Like they're jealous of other men talking to their sisters. For example, my sister is mine. She can't talk to other men. If she talks to other men, then I will kill those men. This is how it goes.
She's only allowed to talk to our first cousin.
It's all really messed up. And Turkey, for example, would be I wouldn't say, okay, I would say it's a milder form compared to some other Muslim countries, compared to Pakistan, for example. Because in Pakistan, you are basically, like, most marriages are simply between cousins. Over 60% of marriages in Pakistan are between cousins. So girls don't just go out and meet somebody and talk to them and then start a love relationship or something like that. They wait for their families to arrange their marriages with a cousin. So it's not even part of the culture. It is not expected. It is not something that is considered in any way acceptable, that a daughter would go outside and begin meeting, befriending, and have close relationships, close friendships, and other things with strangers, with their non-cousins. We're joking about it, but there is a really serious element to that. It is completely unbecoming and unacceptable to them. So if a girl is now on her own and she departs these customs of simply relying on her parents or her relatives arranging her marriage with her cousin and becoming further inbred, if she departs those values and on her own accord goes and talks to somebody, that is used as an excuse, as reason to control her, to beat her, to track down the other guy and beat him up and threaten him, or possibly just kill them both, or at least kill her. So it is very, very much entrenched in the culture. And I'm lengthily talking about this because for a Western person, it is really extremely difficult to grasp, to understand this. It's, it doesn't make sense, and it's just this foreign element. But these people in these cultures, they are really brainwashed into feeling this way, not just thinking. They feel this way. A girl of the family talking to somebody causes uncontrollable anger and fear and violence in these people, in their culture. And this is why it's important to basically to point out that that it is the ideology, the belief system that is behind this, right? It's not these people. It's not like they have a racial element that makes them act this way. It is that the religion, Islam, provides for and makes these cultures. It programs people in such a way that they think about women, that they think about girls in this way, that they are in possession of their own girls, and they are in charge of those girls, and they are supposed to take action when the girl goes out of line and all that. This is very common in Muslim culture, and you really have to understand it to understand it. There is also a hadith, which is, if I know the number, if somebody wants to send it to me, the link, I didn't think about it before, but where Muhammad, where a companion of Muhammad comes to him and says basically that if he caught his wife having a relationship with some other man, he would immediately draw his sword and kill them. And Muhammad then doesn't disapprove of it and doesn't say, no, we don't do such things, leave it to justice. What he says is, he basically approves of it and says, all of you might be a little bit surprised about his jealousy, but I will tell you that Allah is even more jealous. So Muhammad himself approves of this conduct of somebody just taking matters into their own hands and killing somebody. And in the West we have a proper legal system in courts for a reason, because even if you think that such a thing might be justified, people can just if people are left to their own devices and left to take the law into their own hands, they can just accuse anyone of doing anything and then use the permission to take legal matters into their own hands and can just kill anybody based on false assumptions, based on false accusations. But Islam approves of this kind of thinking. Islam approves of this kind of acting. And Islam fosters and pushes and supports this kind of acting. This is what Islam leads to. Islamic culture directly comes with this whole idea of you are in charge of your own family and you might kill them if you need to. That's basically what Islam creates in the world. And the women always suffer the most. All right. Anything else, David? Nothing? Okay. 2 Syrian brothers are on trial in the Netherlands, accused of murdering their teenage sister over her Western behavior. Western behavior. Muhammad al-Najjar, 23, and his brother Muhannad, 25, are alleged to have gagged, bound, and thrown 18-year-old Rayan al-Najjar in a swamp after discovering she had a boyfriend, which prosecutors claim brought shame on the family.
That's seriously messed up, man. Because when you see honor killing, I mean, you could always, like, shoot someone, or that's like a long drawn out process. You know what I mean? They're grabbing her, gagging her, tying her up, and then taking her to the swamp. She knows what's happening that entire time. And being killed by drowning that's already bad enough, but she knows what's happening the entire time. And they know what's happening the entire time. This is their sister, and they're rolling with it.
Well. Buhari 6842. That's not the one that I was talking about, Black Angel. It's about another one where one of the guys says, I would take my sword and behead them or something like that. But thank you. Their father, Khalid, is accused of ordering the honor killing and has reportedly fled to Syria. Rayan's body was found submerged in a swamp 6 days after she disappeared from the family home in Jure. The discovery was made by a passerby on May 28 in Lelystad, around 25 miles northeast of Amsterdam. DNA belonging to her father was found lodged under Rayan's fingernails by investigators.
Dang.
Suggesting that
she was fighting back.
That she had
that her
fought
father was
back
involved.
before she was killed. Her father is to be tried in absentia. So he's currently in Syria, but they are going to demand his, that he's sent to Netherlands, extradited. Dutch prosecutors have claimed that Rayan was killed for having a boyfriend, behaving in a way that was Western, and had shamed her family. Her killing has been formally designated as an honor killing by the Dutch Public Prosecution Service. The brothers plead their innocence and claim that their father murdered Rayan alone. It has been reported that Khalid wrote 2 emails to Dutch media outlets saying his sons were innocent and that he was fully responsible. Such a good father. He's taking care of his children.
Yeah, think about what he did. So he left town, went to a different country where he thinks he can hide and not be extradited and so on. And then writes saying, oh, by the way, my sons had nothing to do with it. So
you can't judge anybody.
Yep.
You can't do anything to anyone. They had nothing to do with it. It was all me, and I fled. Scum. Absolute filthy scum.
What's crazy is they said someone found the body just walking by 6 days later. If these guys had like thought more about hiding the body and making sure it's completely submerged and stuff like that, they may have never caught these guys. Like even if they eventually realize, hey, she's not showing up for school, she's gone or something like that, we don't know. Maybe she ran away, ran off with a guy or something like that. These guys could have actually got. You wonder how many people actually get away with it.
Yep. That is true. That is very, very, very much true. It has been so, but prosecutors have rejected the claim that it was just him. They counter that Khalid ordered his sons to collect Rayan before driving her to a remote location and throwing her into open water while she was gagged and weighed down. Before her death, Rayan had been monitored by police and provided protection. But this was ended soon before her murder.
They realized she was in danger, left her with the family, protected her for a while, kept an eye on her to make sure no one did anything, and then stopped.
And that's when they killed her. Newsur, a Dutch current affairs program, has reported that Khalid is now in northern Syria and has since remarried.
Let me guess, cousin.
Probably.
First cousin.
The Netherlands has no way of securing his return. The Dutch Ministry of Justice and Security told the program the possibilities for criminal cooperation with Syria are currently not available, the ministry said. The criminal justice authorities required for this cooperation are not yet operational in Syria. Syria's own Ministry of Justice denied this, saying that the extradition system had been rebuilt. Minister Mazhar Al-Weiss said that may have been the cause in the beginning when the case in the beginning when the regime had just fallen, and now the Syrian justice system has been fully restored.
Well, we're about to see. Hey, Syria,
the country
we have a good test for you, Syria. Let's see.
Yes.
Let's see if you're ready to not be a hellhole.
He added that the country was ready, noting that Syria has already received 3 legal assistance requests from European nations. We will provide the necessary legal assistance in accordance with the regulation. The Syrian minister also claimed that his government had never received a request from the Netherlands concerning this case, which I don't believe the Syrian government when they say that. It is estimated that police in the Netherlands provide heavy protection each year to at least 5 women at risk of honor killings. Reports from multiple countries indicate that honor killings and related abuse have risen in Europe over the past 20 to 30 years. I'm going to jump
no
to
idea why.
that.
It's one of life's great mysteries, man.
Nothing to do with anything, probably.
Just random, just
Random
coincidence.
stuff. Random stuff. That's how it goes.
I agree.
That's how it goes. There is further detail. As you can see, this is her, and these are the brothers. Deformed ones. The deformed ones were all angry about her. There is more detail, actually, in I believe in the Dutch news. Body was found, gagged up, tied up. So here they actually go through some of the things. Wait, let me see. I think it was here where they talk about other cases. Okay, at least 5 women a year in the Netherlands are thought to need heavy police protection from suspected honor killings, and reports suggest such crimes have risen sharply across Europe in the last 2 to 3 decades. Honor killings are also scarily common in the UK, with previous reports suggesting there's as many as 1 a month. In 2017, Céline Ducran, 20, was claimed to have been tied up with a duct tape and a rope before being bundled into a vehicle, with the court hearing she was murdered for starting a relationship. The teen and a friend in her 20s were then driven to a house being renovated where builder Mujahid Arshid, 33, allegedly raped them and fatally cut Celine's throat in an honor killing. Rania Alaya, 25, was killed by her estranged husband Ahmed Al-Khatib for being too westernized in June 2013. Nazar savagely murdered her in an honor killing at his brother's flat in Salford. The twisted monster then spun a web of lies to her family and friends, posing as if she was still alive. In May, a man who ordered the murder of his niece in an honor killing sued the ITV over claims he also sanctioned her rape. Ari Mahmoud is one of 5 men serving life in jail for the murder of 20-year-old Banaz Mahmoud after she left an abusive arranged marriage. She was raped by 3 of her cousins before being strangled. Raped by 3 of her cousins.
Yeah, you imagine you're gang raping your cousin, and your religion convinces you that she's the bad one in all of this because she had a boyfriend or something, or she refuses to be in a marriage you want, or she refuses this or that. She doesn't do what you say, and you gang rape her and then strangle her to death, and your religion convinces you you're the good guys there who are upholding the family honor. There's a woman out in California. She doesn't want to be public about what happened in terms of like showing her face and so on. But she grew up in a Muslim country, eventually became a Christian, and her family put her uncle in charge of converting her back to Islam. So he showed up with a bunch of guys to gang rape her and said, if you're gonna be a non-Muslim, we're gonna treat you like a non-Muslim. So they gang raped her. Fortunately, she was able to get out of that country. She's in California now.
Man.
But we're Islamophobes for responding to this stuff, guys. We're Islamophobes for opposing all this.
He says honor murders are acceptable in his Iraqi Muslim culture, but rape accusations have destroyed his reputation. So think about it.
His poor reputation, man.
Poor reputation, man. Think about how sick this is. So they accuse her of damaging or harming their honor, as a result of which they take the opportunity and rape her, the own cousin, rape her, and then kill her. Rape her brutally and then strangle her to death. What great honor! Let's just admit it. Let's just say it that So much of this behavior is just an excuse to be horrible, horrible people, horrible individuals, absolutely horrible human beings. And of course, this culture and this religion provide a fantastic excuse just to do that. Just to do that. Musnad Ahmed. Let's see. 239. What? 32. I could have just looked it up earlier, you know. So very unprofessional. Incredibly unprofessional. Yeah. I'm sure that was a mistake. It's supposed to be 2393 or something like that. Let's see. There's something about some leather strap. So this is Islam for y'all. This is Islam for y'all. Okay, here's one version. Let me bring this up here. So, Sunan ibn Majah 2606. When the verse of legal punishments was revealed, it was said to Abu Thabit Sa'd ibn Ubadah, who was a jealous man, "If you found another man with your wife, what would you do?" He said, "I would strike them both with the sword. Do you think I should wait until I bring 4 witnesses and he has satisfied himself and gone away, or should I say I saw such and such?" Mention of this was made to the Prophet, and he said, "The sword is sufficient as a witness." So he said the sword is sufficient as a witness to this case. In another instance, he said that it is basically okay to be angry and to murder your wife and the other guy in such a case, because Allah is even more jealous than you are. Because I am more jealous and Allah is even more jealous. We know very much about that. So honor killings, honor killings, honor killings. Here is Stop Honor Killings reporting about this last year. In the city of Lelystad, Netherlands, the body of an 18-year-old girl named Rayan al-Najjar was found after a week of searching. The girl's family had declared that this incident was an honor killing. Rayan's 52-year-old father fled the Netherlands to Turkey immediately after committing the killings. Reports indicate that he informed his family members that he had killed his daughter and also disclosed the location where her body could be found. The brothers have also been arrested. This incident highlights the grim reality that even in countries where women enjoy more rights, migrant women continue to fall victim to honor killings. This event once again draws attention to the social and cultural issues related to women's rights in migrant communities, you mean Muslim communities, and underscores the need for serious and coordinated efforts to combat such crimes.
Migrant.
If you want to tackle the issue, in all seriousness, I mean, this is an organization that deals with honor killings, right? If you really want to tackle the issue, be honest about it.
Yeah, they can't, because then they'll be called Islamophobes.
It's a Muslim issue.
Yeah, it's just like when they talk about all the rape gangs in the UK and call them Asian grooming gangs.
Yeah, Asians, those Chinese grooming gangs.
Watch out, they're kung fu, man. They're kung fu.
Kung fu grooming gangs. They're gonna punch you. The Japanese grooming gangs. There was some correspondence that was reported between the family members, which is also quite messed up, because it shows that it's not just the father and the sons.
Oh, you're talking about everyone.
It's basically everyone involved. Let's see. Okay, here it goes into further detail. So, she was killed by drowning in water. She was tied up with 18 meters of tape, which contained the DNA of her father. This was reported by the Public Prosecution Services. On Friday, during the 3rd preliminary hearing in the case against Mohammed A.I.N., it's actually Al-N, Mohammed Al-N Al-Najjar, who are accused with their father of the murder. Prosecutors believe that Rayan was the victim of an honor killing. The body of a woman from Jura was found by an employee of the Staatsboscirke in the water on Hardik in Lelystad. Her father's cell material was found under the nails of 3 fingers, the prosecutor said in the court in Lelystad. That indicates she had resisted. Results of the investigation show that the victim's shoes had to have been taken off before she was tied up, as her as her ankles were taped together, according to the prosecutor. Her hands were tied up behind her back. Her mouth was also taped. The OM stated that the taping was done by Rayan's father, 52-year-old Khalid al-Najjar. His DNA was found on several parts. The victim must have been restrained, and so on. Both of her phones were thrown in the water. The phone cases were put in her shoes, which were also found in the water. The phone case found in the victim's left shoe contained a fingerprint belonging to her brother Mohammed, the prosecutor said. So that's how they know that they were all in on it. Prosecutors quoted conversations between the family members near the time of the murder. A conversation was found on Mohammed's phone between his brother and his father. Quote, "If she's lying and causing us to lose even more face, she must be punished." The brother said 12 days before the murder.
Said.
So in this case,
I have to say, glad they're dumbasses who left all this evidence.
Yeah. So she is accused of having a boyfriend. She denies it, but they suspect it further. So the idea is, if she's lying and thereby prolonging this and causing us to incur even more shame upon us, shame, then she has to be punished. She has to be killed. This is the conversation between her brother and her father. This is how they're talking about the girl. This is a sick culture that has no place in the West. No place at all. Nobody should say otherwise. Rayan's family felt that she was acting in too much of a Western way. Ooh. The OM claimed that her family was wishing for her death in chat conversations. "I hope that she comes back in a box and she needs a bullet in her heart and poison in her body," are quotes from the conversations. Rayan's mother, even the mother, the woman, "God willing, we will see her wrapped in a shroud. Rayan is a disgrace to the family and deserves to die." This text is from her own mother. It's not just the men, you know. It's not just the father and the brothers. It's even the mother who says, "Yeah, God willing, we will see her wrapped in a shroud. She has to die. She's a disgrace to this family. She's a disgrace to this family. When I was young, I was not a whore. I waited for my parents to find a good cousin for me and then married. I never said hello to a stranger because I was not a whore. And she's a whore because she said hello to some stranger. She deserves to die." This is the culture you're dealing with. What the hell do you expect? I'm going to say it. You need to deport massive numbers of people to solve this problem. Deport massive numbers of people to solve this problem.
This part right here, as far as if it were this specific issue, it's not actually terribly difficult if people were simply willing to take the risk of being called Islamophobes, right? So suppose you're bringing in people from Pakistan or Afghanistan or whatever into your country. People think it's easy to beat lie detectors. No, it's not. You have to be very well trained to beat a lie detector or something like that. It's very simple. Hey, you want to come to the country? You want to come to the country? We're going to hook you up to a lie detector and ask you a couple questions. If your daughter were ever to get a boyfriend or something like that, do you believe you should kill her?
Simple.
Just a couple questions. Do you support this terrorist group? Do you support that terrorist? But you can't ask those kind of questions. At least not in any way where you could get a clear, honest answer, because that would be Islamophobic.
This is why people need to stop being so tolerant of other cultures and need to get matters into their own hands. But unfortunately, so. Paul, David, you'd be surprised how many Muslim women are actually stunning. I found Saudi Arabia's Snapchat pipeline, and it's like Victoria's Secret runway.
You don't have to tell me. Me and Nabil used to go to. We went to ISNA, the Islamic Society of North America. We went to their annual convention, and nope, there were super hot Muslim chicks all over the place, just shaking it. They were all clothed, but they were still decked out makeup wise and shaking it for everybody.
Beast. There's also so some people have dug further into the details of the conversations and of the court documents and all that. Some of the so this is something that people focused on elsewhere, especially the Islamophobic circles. Have focused on one aspect of it, which is that she was acting in a Western way. The family messages and statements suggest that they saw Rayan's Western lifestyle, such as dating a Dutch boy, not wearing a headscarf, as dishonorable. So, a Western lifestyle including dating a Dutch guy and not wearing the hijab. This is a pattern that is seen very, very often. Muslim girl does not wear the hijab and is then killed for it. But the next moment you will be told, oh yeah, no, it's hijab. No, it's nothing to do. No, it's just, it's your own choice. It's your own choice, man.
Yeah, and by the way, think about how screwed up this is. You got people like Lily J, all these other TikTok female apologists, all these TikTok lady dawa chicks, and they're all, we don't have to wear the hijab. It's our choice. It's our choice, and we choose not to. We choose not to. We've looked through it and we've concluded we don't have to. And then you've got girls in other parts of the world, or even girls in European countries, and they're encouraged. They're encouraged in the dawa world to listen to Lily J and all these TikTok influencers and so on. And so, hey, I don't have to wear the hijab either. And it's like, and it's an actual death sentence in their family. Like, people are dying. People are getting killed over this stuff.
Yeah, so is there anyone who propagates this kind of stuff and who has these ideas, and all the Muslims really who have these, who think like this, I just want to say one thing. Yeah. All right. Zach Gelpi, restoring one's honor by ending the very people you should protect. What a culture.
What did you say?
What?
What did you say? You said you wanted to say something and then you said nothing.
You couldn't hear that?
No.
That's funny. I was playing a sound, but apparently you can't hear it. It's pretty bad.
Nope. You need to fix your system. Hey, by the way, for you YouTubers out there, who want to make a video.
What's a YouTube?
A video titled something like how Lily J is getting Muslim girls killed. And you could be dead serious. And it's not like direct, like, oh, we know this was connected. We don't, but it is a serious issue that you have these new batch of influencers, and they're being told wear the hijabs, but they're already too popular. You can't tell them what to do. And they're saying, no, we don't have to. We don't have to. We don't have to. We don't have to. Any girls who are actually taking them as role models, some of those girls are under a death sentence in their families. And they'll be saying, you don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to. Okay, yeah, you don't have to, but your family will kill you for it. It's like seriously dangerous stuff they're teaching online that'll get girls killed.
So you can't hear that?
No.
That's weird. Something's wrong. Something needs to be fixed. All right. Let's take a few super chats here. Restoring one's honor by ending the very people you should protect. What a culture. Seems like they might marry their cousins or something. I know, yeah. That's what you might expect. It might be coming from the whole marrying your cousin kind of stuff. This is the issue with Islam. Islam does not really honor the lives of the individuals. It does not honor life. It's funny that I use the word honor here, but it does not value life. It does not value life at all. It doesn't value the lives of people. It doesn't value the life of the individual. It values only the greater interest of the Muslim ummah, of the Muslim community. It only values the demands, the feelings of the Muslims as a collective, of how they feel and how they are perceived. It values the way Muhammad is viewed and what Muhammad wants. It values what Allah wants. That's all it is. It does not honor life. They do not honor their own lives, you're right. They do not honor the lives of their own family members. That's just how it is. It is a completely different culture from Christianity, for example, where every life has value. Um, Peaceful Muslims equals fake Muslims, and radical Muslims equals real Muslims, says Josh Killerbeat. Osti Destri says, heard a guy say that honor killing is a regional cultural practice and not an Islamic one, which is why Albanians and Bosniaks don't do it. He's a Bosnian Muslim, but completely irreligious thoughts. Well, you could definitely say that it is more prevalent in some cultures over others. There is also a correlation between cousin marriage and honor killings, as I just explained earlier. In a culture where you marry your cousins and then your girl just steps out of line and just talks to strangers, this is very, very difficult to accept, as opposed to cultures like the Albanians or the Bosnians, who are very much influenced by European culture. Of course there will be a difference, but it's also not even like it's not like there is a Quran verse or even a hadith that commands Muslims to kill their daughters if they go and talk to a stranger, for example. It's not like there is a Quran verse that says that commands this. There is no hadith that clearly commands this, but it is the collective of these ideas that make this behavior very prevalent. It is how Muhammad responds to somebody killing his wife that makes this acceptable. It is the way Islam treats women in general, that the Quran treats women in general, that makes this very, very much acceptable in Muslim cultures. And among those cultures that are less under the influence of generations of inbreeding and heavy Islamic control, this will be more common, whereas among those that are not very much under the influence of that, it will be more seldom. I know that in some Central Asian cultures like Kazakhstan and all that, you will also find that it's quite rare.
Yeah, no, and I mean, this ties into what I was saying earlier. It is a cultural practice that has been in various cultures. You want those cultures to do away with the practice over time, but in Islam, you actually have justifications. So it's not you've got Islam and this just Islam says, oh, kill your daughters for getting out of line and stuff like that, and then this practice is invented. This is already a practice in certain societies, but it's significantly harder once Islam comes in, and you now have a justification for it in Islam. Because, hey, if you're not obeying everything Muhammad says, you're actually in the apostate category. What do you do with the apostates? You kill them. And Muhammad says, carry out Allah's penalties even against your own families. Now you have a justification for what was a cultural practice. And how do you tell someone not to kill apostates? Or that she's not an apostate if she's not following Islam anymore? Or that you shouldn't carry out these penalties against your own family? How do you then condemn the practice and say, no, don't kill your daughters for what you regard as abandoning Islam? Like, it becomes way more difficult. And that's why the practice persists in areas that were taken over by Islam.
Yeah.
You remember this song?
Yes. I have to watch it again sometime. Karen Fisher, we warn Christian brothers about not talking to young Muslim women during gospel outreach for this very reason. That's a very good idea. It is a very good idea. Honestly, when for those who do not know my background, I grew up in Germany and then I moved to Turkey when I was 16 years old. And in Germany, it was just very common, and I was very much part of the German culture to have very mixed circles of friendships and all that. It's much more mixed and much more common in Germany than it is in America, for example. Like Europe and specifically Germany are known to be very, very liberal in that regard. So I went from that culture to Turkey. In Turkey, I suddenly found myself having to be careful when I talk to girls, for example, just regularly, just as a friend, just having conversations and all that. It is kind of a messed up thing to get used to after living in a Western culture. It's pretty messed up.
Yeah, I've worked with Christian outreach ministries and so on for a long time. They're aware. It's understood. Guys, you talk to guys. Women, you talk to women. If a Muslim woman, it's okay for a Muslim woman to talk. If you're a guy, you need to be standing with a woman if you're talking to a Muslim woman who's coming up to you, but you don't walk up to a Muslim girl and start talking her just you, because her family sees that can be bad.
They can interfere and be violent toward you, or they can be violent toward her after you're gone when she's alone with the family. Both situations are very, very undesirable. Don't want to do that. John Buckley, Dizzle, sorry Boston was a crap town to you. Really wanted to meet you, Vocab and John. Price for conference was too steep. Any chance you'll come back?
Should have showed up. I'd have covered it for you, man.
Wait,
Coming back to Boston, probably close to zero.
They're taking money from people to listen to Christian talk? Is that it?
What?
They're taking money from people to listen to you? Is that what they do? That's interesting. Eunuch Petsu, honestly, when my sis flirts with men, I'm angry. Sure. Paul, nothing to do with Islam. It's a religion of peace. This is very, very much true. Always remember that Islam is a religion of peace, no matter what. In Israel, 55% of women killed within families are Arab. Panchmans, I want Jesus to come back and be in charge. Instead, everybody pray that his will be done on earth as it is in heaven more and more. Amen. Okay, Kiara reads, I live in the Netherlands. Should I move to the US? It's a good question, Kiara. I would personally stay in the Netherlands. I kind of like Europe more than I like America in many ways.
You heard it here.
Which is why...
You heard it here. He finally becomes an American citizen. I hate it here. Death to America. Death to America. Europe is the best.
Like, if I had no considerations and nothing at all, nothing to be concerned about, and I had to simply choose a place based on what I like more, or where I like to live more, I would definitely choose Europe over America. You know, so therefore, if you're in Europe, I would say that it's probably a better place to live than America. However, if you want to simply get out of the mess and live in a better nation where you have nearly unlimited freedoms and not the constant threat and the constant sickness around you of this invasion, definitely America. Although there are different options that are even better than that. Ah, somebody just brought it up. We're in Europe, Poland. So I recently went to Poland, and I couldn't believe it. It's like when I went to Poland, I felt like I'm actually in Europe. It's like I flew from London to Poland, and in Poland, I actually felt like I am actually in Europe. Wow, I've seen Europe for the first time in my life. That's what it felt like when I went to Poland. When I walked through Warsaw, it felt like I am in an actual European city with European people everywhere and European culture, uncorrupted. That's what it felt like. So definitely much respect to Poland. The rest of the western part of Europe is definitely pretty messed up. I'm not sure what this guy is screaming about. Fake Christians, block me, something like that. All right, blocked. I don't even know what you're doing here.
So easy that was?
You asked, and I delivered. Poland never gave away their identity like most of liberal Europe. That's very, very true. Many Germans and Brits are moving to Poland, said Black Angel. Be careful, just don't take all the immigrants with you. So, that's true. AP, come to Birmingham. I do actually want to do that once, just for fun. Maybe I'll record a video there. I need to arrange something with Stefan from Visegrad. Momo Al-Zutit said there needs to be a Zut island for Muslim men like this. No women, Momo Zut reenactment every night. One Muslim can play Momo in the circle. Oh, that's true. So every night one person gets to play Momo.
Zut Island. Yes, Zut Island is a good idea. Like for for all these people, all these Muslims who, like, what do you do with them? I'm talking about like the ones who are not willing to adhere to Western rules and
Hi,
laws
everyone.
and so on. Like, what do you do with them? What do you do with them? You could have a big island. You could have a big island, Zut Island, where they can go there and they can get zooted every day, and then they'll be happy.
Zut Island, Zut Island. We love Zut Island. Timothy Friedman, the Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Jesus, grant eternal rest to your beloved daughter and be with her. All Zut meet. Right after a prayer comes Mr. All Zut meatpacking. Imagine Grang graping your cousin and then talking about how bad David Wood is. LOL. Yeah, that's true.
Good point.
Cyber Grape official. Allah's only jealous cause he has no cousins. This is true. Smojo says, why don't they just say it's Islam? It's not like 95% of the audience is Muslim. People are so scared of mean words. Just ignore them and stand up. Because the people are retarded. Momo Zut, David Wood, if you were president, would you send Mike Winger to Zut Island? Unfortunately, he would likely be treated like Muhammad there.
No, I think I could come up with something way worse for Mike Winger.
That's a good idea. Apostate of Allah, a Muslim man can sleep with 10 women and he's honorable because he doesn't possess a hymen that could break. A woman talks to a guy and she gets beat or murdered. This is Islam. That's really how it is in practice everywhere in Muslim societies. It's really messed up, man. Kiara reads, AP, our government doesn't listen. I voted for Wilders. It's not happening. They don't know how bad it is. I want to go to the US. People are too blind here. I mean, if you're that serious about it, if you care that much about it, do it. Move to the US. You're probably going to be, about that aspect, you're probably going to be much happier here. I mean, when I come to the US, I feel so happy about that single aspect. Last time I returned to America, I was days before that I was in London. And there I'm hearing the latest developments about people being questioned and arrested over offensive things that they have said and all that, and people having to hide offensive things that they do. And I came to America, entered the border, and the officer at the passport control, he was very cool. He asked me what I do. I explained to him that I have a YouTube channel. He was like, "Oh yeah, what do you do on the YouTube channel?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I talk about Islam and politics and religion and all that kind of stuff. I criticize Islam." He was like, "Oh yeah, cool, that's very nice." So then he asked me about how YouTube is going. Then he says to me, "What's your advice for people who want to start a YouTube channel?" This is like this is the officer at the passport control.
Just sitting there taking notes. So then what?
Yeah. Then I said to him, "My advice would simply be just sit down and do it. Be confident and do it. Be natural."
Do you think I can make it as a YouTuber?
Yeah. And then after I told him about things that I talk about, at which point he's like, "And by the way, your whole passport thing is done. I'm just having a conversation here." Yeah, it's fine. After the conversation, he tells me, "All right, welcome back. Stay safe and keep doing what you do." That's what he tells me. You won't hear that in the UK. No, they're not going to say that to somebody who criticizes Islam in the UK or in other Western European countries. But this is how they speak to us here in America. The FBI comes to me and says, "Hey, don't be worried about anything. Don't let them get to you in any way. Keep doing what you do. You have every right. Be safe. And let us know." This is how we're treated here in America. So that part, that is invaluable, that is amazing. So if that is what you care about, for example, yeah, come to America. What shall I say?
I'm very happy to be here. That's from the film Coming to America, everyone.
The fact that Netherlands won't execute them is shameful. Because Europeans don't execute people. They say it's too barbaric.
Seriously, you have to wonder if they're actually going to get away with it. If they don't get to extradite the dad and people actually, the jury buys the dad's claim that it was just him, it's like, oh, the brother's thumbprint was found on something? How do you know that wasn't from a week earlier? How do you know? How do you know? And then the mom, what did she do? She just complained about her daughter, but she was just sad and emotional and stuff like that. They might walk, man. And then it will be, and then you'll have people saying, hey, we need to send, you know, if they don't get punished, you'll have people saying, oh, they need to be sent back. And then you have other people, no, that would be immoral to send these poor people back to their own countries.
Suicidal.
Sick stuff, man.
Paul, did you see Tucker versus Morgan supported Islam again? We should have a look at that. David, do you want to look at that tomorrow?
Oh, you think? You think? Because that was my suggestion, and everyone's like, no, we don't want to see Tucker.
Well, I really don't want to see Tucker, nor do I want to see Piers Morgan, especially after he called me an annoying prick, which was very hurtful. I
That
still
was.
can't get over
AP's
it.
still mad about that. That was like 1,000 years ago.
He called me an annoying prick, which happens to be AP, initial letters.
I mean,
I wonder if he did it on purpose.
it's weird because it's true. It's true, but you're not supposed to say it, right?
Yeah.
There's things that are true that you're not supposed to say.
Since then, I think AP might stand for annoying prick, and now I'm gonna, I think about that all the time. See what that did to me. Therefore, I don't want to look at Piers Morgan. So, yeah, Piers Morgan did say that. He said that I'm an annoying prick because I keep confronting him about inviting horrible people on his show. Isaiah 18 Apologetics says, you too making my 20 MO say Jews. My 20-month-old. Did you send me a video? Somebody sent me a video of their of their little toddler with a tablet while our live stream is on. And at that point, I'm saying Jews, and then the daughter says Jews.
Classic. That's some good parenting there too.
That cracked me up.
There is some solid parenting going on out there.
That killed me. Austin Distress says, I like Europe more than the US. Denaturalize and deport. I agree. Grandma Rai, I recently went to Budapest and felt my shoulders drop for the first time in years. I miss Eastern Europe. Fantastic. That is fantastic. The funny thing is, when I flew from Tel Aviv to London, it felt like I'm going from a white nation to a Middle Eastern nation. That's what it felt like. London is just, I don't know what to say. Aquila 476, as an ex-Muslim in UK, US is way better, 100%. Of course, that's what you would say. It's easy for you to say, so you're in the UK. Cultworth says, where does Winger rank in the prison hierarchy among chomos and snitches? Would you befriend Winger if it meant Sam could reach his full potential, David?
Quit coming up with these like absurd scenarios, like these tremendous moral dilemmas. Like, would you kill all these people to do this horrible thing? Come on. They're just situations where everything is bad and there's just kind of no way to deal with it in any good way. There's no good outcome.
Base it. Budapest is awesome. That's true. That's how you say it, David. Budapest. Just so you know. Don't say it wrong. Where does Winger... Okay, Jack Ray. AP, do you have any advice for creating a steady stream of videos for a YouTube channel? Oh, yeah, just do it, man. What's so difficult? Just sit down and record a video every time.
Yeah, it kind of depends. Like, are you going to be in it? If so, there's one way to go about that. Or you have the other channels like the archive and so on that will take something and sort of chop it down and you basically take other content but you modify it and stuff like that.
It's kind of funny you're giving a serious response to this, but when it's obviously a mockery of me.
We don't. Jack Ray's here all the time, man. I don't know what Jack Ray's planning. He wants a steady stream of videos, just like you, AP. Just like your steady stream of videos.
Yeah.
He wants some good advice here, and You weren't giving them any good advice, so I gave it to him. You have all the info. You know how to make the steady stream of videos. You're the expert.
Jack Gray also says Muhammad was the originator of Al Zud energy drink. They may be a bit stiff, but not in the Zud sense. Paul, Nazis on X are sad finding out Jews wrote Christmas songs. You know, it was also a Jew who wrote that song. What is it called? America? Is that what it's called, just?
Which one?
One of those most popular America songs, man.
The most popular America song is "Oh Beautiful for Spacious Skies." You got that one, and then you got "And I'm Proud to Be an American." Which America song are you talking about, man?
I don't know. Which one is that?
Just look up songs
God
written
Bless
by
America.
Jews.
God Bless America. That song was written by a Jewish guy who came from somewhere to America and then wrote the song God Bless America. Momo Al Zutid. AP 85% of Europe is cooked. It is. Greek Blasi says Groypers side with the enemy only because they hate the Jews. And Groypers are retarded, so yeah. They don't know anything else. They don't know any better.
Yeah, Groypers suck, man.
Groypers are retarded. Groypers are some of the most retarded people alive. There was the other day. This was actually fine. Let me bring this up. Did you see that thing where Gad Sad made a?
Oh yeah, what a bunch of idiots. Gad Sad
I'm gonna show
is like the most sarcastic person in the world, and he's totally deadpan with it. And he does it all the time. And these stupid Groypers fall for it. I mean, fall for it and think he's being serious. Yeah, so pull that up and show it. Show how AF posts. That's the Groyper news site and the Groyper news channel. Show what they did with that and like people's reaction.
Can you hear this now?
Yep.
You can? Okay, good. So here is the post by AF Post, which is a Nazi news, fake news outlet that is just on Twitter. It says Jewish writer Gad Sad said that the tragedy of the shooting of 2 National Guardsmen is that it will increase Islamophobia, as well as suggesting in response we should increase immigration from Islamic countries. They actually reported as something serious, and a Jew saying it. A Jew saying it, of course, to destroy America.
One of the that's mine. look at what I said. I said when Groypers witness sarcasm. Classic. I forgot what I said, but yeah. So Gad said one of the top like destroyers of Islam. And they think he's actually just concerned about Islamophobia.
Look at this. In a shock to no one, the Jew wants more destabilization of the Anglo-Saxon Christian nation. Nothing new under the sun. You absolute retard.
Idiots.
Absolute dummies, man.
And then someone even posted the norm joke that's based on.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, look, people are saying it's the norm joke, and someone shared it.
Only the gropers don't get it.
So you have like a mix of people who are like, are you guys stupid? Are you idiots? He's doing the norm joke. He's just putting it in a video. This is Gad Sad. What are you talking about? And then you have all the other people. You see, this is what the Jews do. And those are all the Groypers. All the Groypers. Oh my goodness, look, the Jews are admitting that they're just trying to silence us while Islam takes over.
This guy said he's being sarcastic, you retards.
Yeah. Very person nice. shouldn't have said it like that because that's rude. But
yeah. But so this is what they actually took seriously. Let's look at it.
I just found out of the terror attack of 2 National Guards in DC by Rahmanullah Lakanwal from Afghanistan.
You can already see it in his face when he reads and pronounces the name of the killer, right?
And as I think of this tragedy, I can't help but worry that this is now going to marginalize the Muslim community and lead to more Islamophobia. So the guy who was granted entry into the US in 2021 so that he could live a better life here ends up shooting two people. And my big concern is that there's now going to be increased Islamophobia. So I suggest that we increase immigration from Islamic countries to show that we're not going to let the terrorists win.
Let's increase immigration from Muslim countries so that we don't let the terrorists win.
And they actually took this serious and was like, look
You
at
see
this.
the Jews, the Jews. This is what the Jews are doing.
This Jew says we should have more immigrants here. And they haven't even been ratioed. Like, these people are retarded.
That's what I mean. They have enough people, they have enough idiots to not even get ratioed because they have so many idiots who will just believe whatever the stupid post. Guys, that should tell you something, right? Like if you're producing people who are this insanely stupid, do the math, guys.
Groypers. Groypers are the dumbest people in the West, man.
Surprised like Junior and all those guys didn't share it.
Yes, finally, a Jew's making a great point. He's on our side. Finally, we found one good Jew.
Hey, speaking of Junior, so he today confessed his love for me in the Zutzens.
That was the weirdest thing ever. I saw Jai brought that up when we were live earlier, man. Like, what the heck is he thinking, dude? Like, I would if I didn't see this guy like debate you, I would think this has to be a parody, man. This has to be a parody of how stupid Dawa guys are.
So Jai said, Dawa Muslims, if you convince him to delete this, we won't make him the new face of Dawa. Just remember, we give you a choice, 48 hours to decide.
And those 48 hours are up, by the way. Those 48 hours are up. We are making him the face of Dawa in 2026.
And then Jai said, it's official. Junior is the new face of Dawa.
Based.
Then Junior, of course, was like, Christians chose me as the face of Dawa. Has this ever happened before? I'm honored. I then left this comment here and said, you are the best Muslim apologist. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Mm-hmm. As to which Junior responded with this, which got me really confused.
That's why I said I'm starting to like this guy, because this is actually funny.
Right? I know, I actually laughed. He said, get you a girl that looks at you like this. This one look converted my biggest hater into someone who low-key rides for me now.
This is him staring over at AP, staring at him like he's a slab of meat in a butcher store window, staring at him like he's an unwrapped lollipop with ants crawling all over him. Junior's just staring at him, going, oh, look at his beard. His beard is so much more powerful than mine. And that Hamas shirt, I'm so jealous. Why can't I have a cool Hamas shirt like that?
It looks pretty gay. It looks like
extremely gay.
It looks like gay love.
That's why he couldn't like answer points coherently. He was apparently like, I don't know, fantasizing or something the way he's looking at you. Gosh.
He was thinking of himself as Muhammad and me, of me as the collective of the Al-Zut. Something like that. I don't know what was happening in his head, but that's obviously what was going on, which is why he couldn't focus. Look at how much love he has for me in his eyes, and now he admits it here. Get you a girl that looks at you like this. I have never seen a Dawa guy talk like this to anybody, let alone to the enemy of Islam. I don't know, man. I feel kind of weird now.
It's seriously funny though, right?
Yeah, I know it is.
What do the comments say, man?
I don't want to look at the comments. Wait. Okay, seems all right.
It's all right.
Seems all right. Okay.
Okay.
Dillon 1, you're just a troll for a lie. Muslims are desperate, so anyone is qualified to be an Islam apologist these days. Lily J has more influence than you.
Not for long.
Is there a Muslim more determined to be an idol than Junior? Get you a girl that's your first cousin. That's your cousin. Okay. The same way Al-Zut rode Muhammad. I don't know, man. It was kind of funny.
It is funny.
I actually laughed when I saw this.
I did too. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's why he's the new face of Dawa, guys. He's got a sense of humor, or he's serious and it's just hilarious. I don't know.
I mean, I was wondering if he's actually being funny or if he's being unintentionally funny. I don't know. Libel said, received a delivery today. Driver was announced. Arsh Deep will... will deliver between 2 and 3 p.m. He wore a turban. Could have been an Azut for all I know. Harsh deep. It's even funny if you speak German. Because in German, that's the exact way that you say the word for arse. Ravmi, David, you seem to believe that things you do are missions from God, converting Nabil, fixing Sam. How do you know what are your missions?
Well, I mean, it's not like, you know, there's no like voice or something like this that says, hey, do this. It's, you just look around, see the situations you're in, and if it looks like you're there for a reason, just, I don't know, assume that you're there for a reason.
That's true. That's true. Paul says, can you show the poster for Junior Scavenger movie? What is that?
No idea.
I don't know. Jack Wright, David, you just asked some really stupid people to do the math. They are mentally challenged by that. They could lock up their brains on that. Oh, wait, I see your plan. That is the plan. David is playing 4D chess. That's true. David, anything else?
No, I'm looking up to see what scavenger.
It's probably a typo.
You mean scavenger?
I know that's what it is. Tommy Bonnie Tail. I'm saying that's how it's pronounced. Who are the men of Al-Zut? It's not important who the men of Al-Zut are. What's important is how they did it, or what they did. Scringer movie called Junior. What's a Scringer movie? I don't know.
Leave that up for a second because that's some weird spelling.
It's probably messing with you.
Scavenger.
It's probably messing with you.
Oh no! Oh no! That's
There's probably no
what?
such thing.
I mean, when I put Junior, oh, I think that person means Schwarzenegger, man. Schwarzenegger. There's the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie called Junior where he got pregnant.
There's no Arnold
Got
Schwarzenegger.
Danny DeVito in it, I think. No,
There's no
it's
such
not Danny
movie.
DeVito. Who is it? There's an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie called Junior where he's pregnant.
That's funny. Men can get pregnant. So, hey, did you see this? This one account, sister says, without Islam, I'm nothing. Ya Allah, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. It is He who has sent His messenger with guidance and the religion of truth to make it prevail over all religion, and sufficient as Allah is a witness. Now, it's a video that is supposed to show how cats act in church versus in a mosque. The problem with this is that both of the videos are AI generated. That was AI generated. This here even has an AI watermark on it.
This is what we're dealing with, and then Muslims are using these AI.
And then they show this video of the first cat ever that actually went into a mosque and did something nice.
Watch Lily J. Oh my goodness! Look at this. This is the proof.
5,000 freaking likes. These people. So I went
Daniel's
to the
right,
AI.
man. Daniel's right.
So I went to
He's
the
right.
AI and also made a video here.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن
Did you share it?
I did.
Classic.
I said cat attacks Imam must be real. It's a very nice video, isn't it? I want to watch it
Pretty
again.
base. Pretty base.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن
Everyone watching, these are easy videos to make. I don't mean this AI video. I mean, you take the person posting that, alhamdulillah, this is the proof. You play the video. How stupid can this person be? Check out AP's response.
I know
That's it. You got a
AI
video.
is getting insane. This is just this could be a real video, right?
No, it is. You can fall for it, man. I actually fell for it. There was a video of people cutting up a cat-shaped cake in front of a cat, and then the cat would freak out. But they put a bunch of those back to back, and it looked totally real. And my son is like, that's AI, man. That's AI.
I mean, look at
and
this.
then it turned out to be AI.
Frame by frame, there's so much detail to the realism of it, but this is completely I made this with a prompt with AI, and the AI even added its own realistic detail to it by I didn't add this to the prompt at all, but somebody's asking, Sheikh, are you okay? He's like, yeah, alhamdulillah.
This
The
is
AI
crazy.
edit is on its own.
This is super creepy because like this is where AI is at now. This just happened. This just started. Like 5 years from now. I mean, how are you going to be able to tell the difference 5 years from now?
I don't know. It's crazy. Crazy. It is crazy, Black Angel. It could be used in Sharia court. Yes, it could be. Sharia cat. That's true. Cracklet, I saw the Pope and the Orthodox CEO making up. Hey, what do you mean CEO? Welcome to Roman
Don't have a real
Catholicism.
pope. You have a CEO.
Yeah, I don't know what the latest updates are about Patriarch Bartholomew and the Pope, but they're having a very good thing going of reconciliation and stuff.
Yep, they've so they're all reconciled, and now it's y'all versus the Protestants. Just bring it. Bring it.
Pope Leo meets and prays with Ecumenical Patriarch in Istanbul. Based. The bad thing about it is that the Orthodox Church is kind of divided right now. So,
Because of you.
some people will not listen to what Patriarch Bartholomew does with the Pope, and they don't like the whole reunion thing, especially the Russians. Always the Russians. Terrible. Jack Ray, AI rushes in fulfilling your desires. That's true. All right. Anything else, David? Good. All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching. That's all. Don't kill your daughters. Don't kill your
idea.
wives. Don't kill your sisters.
Good point.
And don't kill anybody else. Unless you really, really have to in self-defense, of course. All right, man. The Greek Orthodox actually did not invite the Russian Orthodox. Yeah, they're currently... It is actually officially known as a schism right now. It is not officially declared as such, but it is kind of known as a schism right now, where the Greek Orthodox and the Russian Orthodox churches or patriarchates are... It's because Russia cut communion actually with the Greek Orthodox Church, which means they're considering them heretical or outside the church over matters of Ukraine and things like that. So there is some really, really bad stuff going on right now between the two. Pretty bad, unfortunate stuff. But then again, the Russian side is basically a puppet of Putin. So what are you gonna say? I didn't say that. I didn't say that. You didn't hear me say that just now. That never happened. All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Thanks for being with us. I'm going to cut it short today, once again. David, what are we doing tomorrow? Tucker Carlson and Piers Morgan. All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching. And as always, stay away from
Islam.
And God bless y'all, and God bless America.